Yeah, I think I'm just getting a good amount of opportunity to do what I can do and just finding a little bit more comfort. My teammates are trusting me in positions to score and play make, facilitate, do a lot more on the offensive end. So, I'm just trying to be as consistent as I can in my role and, try to do what I can to help our team win.
You get a sense, second out of back-to-back, as you're coming back to Denver, just about the fatigue level for the team, especially just in that second half, trying to keep up with a team like Chicago that's running up and down the floor the entire game.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely tough. I mean, we landed pretty late last night. We had a game almost, less than 24 hours before this one today. So it definitely, the fatigue weighs on us, especially kind of being shorthanded as well, not having some of our guys. So it's definitely tough playing against a team like that, especially who plays so fast, especially after makes, misses, everything. Like, big shout out to them. They played a brand of ball tonight that was really hard to guard. So super hats off to them. They played a great game.
Do you have any conversations with the refs after that overturned call, or like kind of goes backwards into you? And if so, what was kind of the explanation?
Nah, I didn't talk. I mean, they weren't trying to talk to me tonight. I don't know. I guess that I said something that wasn't okay to them. But after that, I just kind of tried to keep my comments to myself. I was confused by how I could get head-butted and the foul would be on me. You know, I guess they're insinuating that I fouled him with my face. I don't get that, but it is what it is, and we got to move on from it. They call what they call. That's what it is. I think more than anything, and I think this is a league-wide thing, but I think it's going to be our health. I mean, having as much depth as possible, having AG, who's played amazing all season, having Yoke, who's Yoke, and Jamal picking up his play as of recently. I mean, those guys are really hard to deal with, and it's going to be hard to game plan against our team if everybody's healthy and that we can use our full team. So I just think that we have more depth than people think, and our team is better than what people think. I think that we could match up with anybody. So I'm just happy to, be rounding out this season and get to the point where it really matters because we're built for that.
So do you think seeding even matters then?
It definitely matters. We're trying to win as many games as we can and put ourselves in as best position as possible. But I'm not one really to look at the seeding and things like that. I just go out there and whoever's on the other side, I go at them and I compete. There's definitely matchups that are better than others for us, but I think that when that time comes, there's nothing we could do to control it. We just got to go out there and play and just try to be the best team in the league.
What was it like the week, assuming you're not in the play, and you're seated wherever you're seated, what's that week like getting ready for the playoffs? Is that where you can rejuvenate a little bit, refresh a little bit?
1,000%. It's a little bit of time for guys to rest their bodies a little bit after a long, tedious season, but it's also just, getting ready mentally for what the playoffs are. It's way more physical. It's way more attention to detail. And I think it's just way more intense basketball in general. So I think that we all just got to, take that time to really lock in and focus, especially on what the coaches are telling us and what's our best, path to winning. But I think that it's definitely something that, will be good for us to get some rest. Oh, you good?
Really forceful transition, right? That's what four separate times. What sort of things have the coaching staff been just sort of like telling you and teaching you?
They kind of just been telling me to, be myself, play my game. I think that that's something that I'm super capable of on a night-to-night basis. I definitely got to pick up my rebounding because I got a lot of opportunities to do that because I had the ball in my hands to kind of start the break, and I think that was good for us. I definitely got to do my part in being more aggressive and taking advantage of those opportunities when they come. But my teammates found me in stride, and tonight I was just trying to be aggressive and attack. So, yeah. Yeah, a little bit of rust, a little bit of, hadn't played for a while, so my conditioning wasn't as good as it is now or as it was before I got injured. But, for me, you know, I never want to give myself excuses, you know. So I was just, you know, I was irritated by, you know, it not being as consistent as I wanted it to be. But I think now I've got myself in a groove, and then I also took that big old brace off. You know, that was slowing me down a lot. And, you know, you guys know I got a more refined game. So I was just, you know, I felt like I was being held back by that a little bit, but you know, it was just for safety precautions. So I think now I'm just moving better, better condition, mind in a better place.
Your corner three-point numbers have been a lot more efficient and above the break this season. You hit a couple tonight, obviously, but I'm curious kind of what the mindset is in terms of attacking versus shooting in those different spots, if you're taking into account just kind of spot on the floor with some of that, or if you're kind of gaining confidence that you're able to break to right now.
Well, yeah, I feel like since I've been back from injury as well, I've played a lot more at the three, giving me a lot more, you know, space to attack from above the break, as you mentioned. And it's definitely different attacking off the dribble from the wing as opposed to the corner, just more space, not as clogged up, and I'm not playing against the out-of-bounds lines. But, you know, my corner three-point numbers are definitely better than my above-the-break numbers, but I also shoot probably more. I'm also probably in the corner more, so I think that correlates. And I think I'm a great shooter all around, so I'm going to just continue to sharpen my game and get better.
One more, 9 games left. What's one thing you as a player individually want to continue to hone before the playoffs come out?
I think just continuing to be confident in my ball handling and my decision making. I think that I'm a really, really good facilitator for this team, especially when I get the ball and transition or in positions to attack. So I definitely want to be more confident in those areas and just kind of push the tempo and push the pace and get some guys some easier looks. We can't just live off of half-court sets and Jamal Murray and Joker being amazing, you know. We got to get easy ones as well. So just being more confident as a facilitator and a ball handler and just, you know, putting guys in position to win. But, you know, it's hard to do on a team like this, being a young guy, but I'm trying my best and my teammates trust me. So I'm going to do all I can to do that.
Thanks, Peyton.
Thanks, guys.